Hi there. Today we will have a closer look at the crypto exchange ByBit and especially the fees for both spot and futures trading. First, we analyze the tier levels and requirements at ByBit and the associated fees. Second, we will have a look at how the ByBit fees compare to other exchanges. And third, we will analyze for which traders and for which trading styles ByBit is especially attractive. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. ByBit has a tiered fee structure. That means you will pay a different fee depending on which tier level you're in. In total, ByBit has 7 tier levels, which are actually called non-VIP, VIP 1, 2, 3, and Pro 1, 2, 3, which apply to both spot and futures trading. When you're leveling up in the tiers, you will enjoy a cheaper fee level with each tier level you are rising. Before analyzing the fees, let's first of all have a look at the requirements to reach those fee levels, as they have a big effect on how much fees you eventually pay. ByBit gives you 4 options to reach a tier level, which is great because some of the exchanges only have the volume option, or for example, in the case of Binance, you have to fulfill 2 requirements at the same time. For ByBit, reaching any of those tier requirements will grant you that new tier level. To do so, you can either have a certain amount of balance on your account, hold a certain amount of BIT tokens, have an average effective net borrowing balance, or qualify through either your futures or spot trading volume. If you qualify through either the balance, your BIT holdings, or borrowing, you can climb up to the tier level until the 4th tier, or VIP 3. You will only be able to reach the Pro tiers through your trading volume. However, and we will see this later on in this video, there might be sweet spots for some traders reaching attractive fee levels, otherwise not possible at other exchanges. ByBit differentiates in the trading volume among the different types of derivatives products they are offering. Options are having slightly lower volume requirements. However, most of you are likely trading perpetuals. Here again, ByBit differentiates between USDT or inverse contracts and USDC futures. Inverse contracts are coin margined instead of USD margin contracts. USDC futures have lower volume requirements in higher tiers. For example, for Pro 1 tier, you will need 150 million USDC futures volume in the last 30 days, while for USDT or coin margin futures, you will need 500 million US dollar. While the tier requirements are lower for the USDC futures, the taker fees are slightly higher compared to the USDT or coin margin futures, as we will see in a bit. So, what does a trader need to do in order to get from tier 1 to tier 2? Well, many options exist. The trader needs to either have 50,000 US dollar or more in balance on the account, hold more than 50,000 BIT tokens, which is roughly worth 20,000 US dollar at the time of this video, have an average effective net borrowing of larger 50,000 US dollar over the last 30 days, have more than 1 million US dollar spot volume, more than 10 million US dollar volume in USDT or inverse futures or USDC futures, or more than 5 million options volume in the last 30 days. ByBit is maybe the most complex exchange when it comes to the number of options you have for reaching the next tier level. Okay, while the tier requirements are complex for ByBit, the fee levels are more straightforward. Each tier level has an associated maker and taker fee for spot and for USDT or coin margin futures or USDC futures trading. We will not have a closer look at the options fees of ByBit in this video. Maker trades refer to trades executed as a limit order, while taker fees are applied when your trade is executed as a market order. If you just start trading at ByBit or do not qualify for any of the next tier requirements, you're in tier 1, which gives you maker and taker fees of 0.1% for spot trading. While many exchanges do, ByBit does not differentiate in this tier level between maker and taker fees. Only when rising in the tier levels, the maker fees at ByBit become significantly cheaper compared to the taker fees. In the second tier level, your fees are reduced to 0.06 and 0.04% for taker and maker trades. And if you make it to the pro level, starting from tier 5, you will not have any fees for maker trades and 0.03% for taker trades. We will have a detailed look at how the fees compare to other exchanges, but I can tell you now already that the spot trading fees are quite attractive, especially the taker fees starting at a low to medium volume. What is notable for ByBit is that you will receive the fees for all trading products of a given tier, no matter how you achieve the tier level. So it might be that you reach the tier 4 level through your spot trading, but also your futures trading will enjoy the much lower fees, even though you might not qualify for that tier level as you have lower futures volume. Talking about futures, let's have a look at the futures fees next. As said earlier, the USDC futures taker fees are slightly more expensive compared to the USDT or coin margin fees. For the latter, the fees start at 0.06 and 0.01% for taker and maker trades. Those taker fees of 0.01% are actually very attractive. But again, more to how this compares to other exchanges later on. As in spot trading, starting from tier level 5, the maker trades become 0% for both USDC and USDT and coin margin futures trading. While in that tier level, the taker fees are still at 0.04% for USDT and coin margin futures and 0.05 to 5% for USDC futures. Given that you have a trading volume of larger 500 million in case of USDT and coin margin futures, or 150 million US dollar in case of USDC futures, the fee levels are still comparably high at this volume level. Interestingly, the taker fees for USDC futures do not decrease anymore with higher tier levels, while the USDT and coin margin futures taker fees decrease to up to 0.03%. While 0.03% is already not among the cheapest exchanges for future taker fees at very large volumes, the 0.05 to 5% for USDC futures would actually be the highest in the market among the largest exchanges. Nevertheless, ByBit also has some very attractive fee rates in other areas. So let's have a look how you can easily find out which exchange would yield the lowest fee rates. Fees can actually have a very significant influence on your trading performance, much more than many traders actually think. We made a dedicated video for this, which I will link up here and also down below in the description, where you actually also find all the important pages I just showed throughout this video. Alright, the easiest comparison of your fees among exchanges can be done through Dr. Fee. We just go to dr-fee.com and start the analysis. In this case, we use the manual analysis, so we can just type in the volumes we would like to check and do not have to connect our trading account. Let's use an example of a trader which has 500,000 US dollar monthly spot volume and 5 million monthly USDM futures volume. We assume the trader had 50% maker and 50% taker trades, has a balance of 20,000 US dollar, doesn't hold any of the native exchange token, and would be willing to pay the fees with the native exchange token to receive some further discount. ByBit actually does not offer this, however other exchanges such as Binance do. We click next and I'll skip the email part here for you. Alright, here is the output for the analysis. As we can see, for the given scenario, ByBit is not the cheapest exchange, actually rather at the higher end. For the given volumes, traders would pay fees of 20,000 US dollar per year, while at Crypto.com, the same trader would have only paid 16.3 thousand US dollars, or roughly 40% less. At Binance, the same trader would have paid 20.7 thousand US dollar, or 23% less. We could also check for other exchanges such as Kraken, and can also see that at Bitfinex, the trader would actually have paid 5% more in fees. This is only one scenario though, and as I said already beforehand, there are traders that are very well off at ByBit. So let's have a look at our sweet spot charts, which allows for an even more differentiated view. We are now going to compare ByBit to the fee levels at other exchanges, and we are starting with the spot maker fees. On the x-axis we have the monthly trading volume in US dollar, and on the y-axis we see the associated fee levels. ByBit is the orange line here for these charts. For spot maker trades, ByBit starts off at 0.1%, which is rather average. But at a volume range of roughly 2.5 to 5 million US dollar, the spot taker fees at ByBit are already becoming very attractive. For spot taker trades, the situation looks even better for traders at ByBit. Starting at a volume level of roughly 1 million US dollar, the ByBit fees are the cheapest among all the large exchanges, and actually also stay the cheapest even for very large volume traders. At a volume level of like 5 million US dollar, the spot taker fees at ByBit are at 0.05%, while at many other exchanges, traders would pay 0.15 or even 0.2% for the same trades, being 3 to 4 times as much. Those savings can well be above 50,000 US dollar per year already at those volume levels, just in fees. Looking at futures trades, in this case we used USDT margin futures as these are the most commonly used ones, we can see that for maker trades, ByBit is actually also very attractive, if not even the most attractive for traders up until 25 million US dollar volume. Only then other exchanges start to become cheaper. So why was ByBit performing not so well in the analysis earlier? Well, we had a large share of futures taker trades as well, for which ByBit is unfortunately pretty much at the very top of fees, at least for low to medium volumes. Starting at 10 million US dollar monthly volume, the futures taker fees slowly become more competitive. For USDC margin futures, the situation would look worse. As you can see, analyzing the fee levels is unfortunately not as straightforward. And for different trading styles and volumes, the picture is very different and the saving potentials are very large. Therefore, taking a differentiated approach in analyzing your fees or utilizing a tool such as Dr. Fee is very important. So for whom might it be very attractive to trade at ByBit in terms of fees? Spot traders, especially spot taker traders with medium to large volumes, are very well off in terms of fees at ByBit. Moreover, if you have a low to medium volume in futures maker trades, ByBit will also be very attractive to you. If you're having a lot of futures taker trades, you will pay significantly higher fees compared to other exchanges if trading at ByBit though. Alright, time to wrap up. If you think you got some valuable information from this video, we would highly appreciate if you leave us a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on. We will continue to develop content for traders, and like this you'll right away see when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, stay safe, bye bye.